Hello! Today we're going to be making pumpkins for Halloween. This is actually going to be a 2-class period project. So today hopefully you'll get your pumpkin all drawn and you'll begin to add color to it. And then next class period we'll finish up the coloring if you didn't get that all done, and we'll add a fun watercolor wash to it. So to start with, we are going to draw a tall, skinny oval on our page. And you want to do this kind of lightly because there will be some pencil lines that you'll have to erase later on. So just keep that in mind. Next, I'm going to add kind of a stem here to my pumpkin. Like so. And then you're just going to be adding some like half ovals to your pumpkin on either side of that oval. And by doing this, you're just going to add some volume to your pumpkin. And you'll keep adding those. And I might do one either side. Okay, so that's what my pumpkin is going to look like. Yours might look a little bit different based on the size of your ovals. And that's okay. Everyone's is going to be a little bit unique. Next, we're going to add a facial expression to our pumpkin. So attached to this Google Classroom post, you will find a handout that has some different facial expressions. These are just kind of some scared faces, but again, you can take your artistic liberties to draw whatever type of face you want, but this is just kind of a jumping off point for you. So I am going to draw my eyes here. And again, we're drawing lightly because we'll be going back in later with a black crayon to darken things up. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and erase those lines of my pumpkin from my oval that come through those facial features that I would no longer need. Okay, after I have my pumpkin all drawn here, I could then add a title to this. So I have also attached in the same document that has the facial features, I have attached how to make some hollow letters. So these are like bubble letters. We've done this before where you draw your letter as normal and then you just go around, and I've talked about doing it with a race car, going around the outside and then hopping and going around in the middle if there is a middle to your letter. So there's that handout, and then I have also included a couple different styles of bubble letters too if you wanted to look at these when you are creating your title. So you could go ahead and add just like a happy Halloween somewhere, or like a scary pumpkin, or some kind of a title to your artwork somewhere along the edges here of your paper. Okay, so you can see here that I just added what I'm going to say, and now I'm going to go in and I am going to actually do the bubble letter around this. Okay, so just some comments on the title. When you do your title, make sure that your words are kind of as centered as possible. So you want to think about that when you are just kind of writing things out nice and lightly. After you get everything all done here, and you're like how it looks with pencil, we're going to go in with a black crayon. Now it's important that we use crayons today because next class, as I mentioned earlier, we will be doing a watercolor wash, and that works really well over top of crayons because of the wax that is in the crayon. So please make sure you are using a crayon for this step. You should all have crayons in your art bins. And then you're just going to trace over all of your lines with the black crayon. Okay, now that I have everything outlined with my black, I am going to go back in and add color using crayon just to my pumpkin and then my letters here, but I want to think about warm and cool colors as I do this. So your pumpkin is going to be oranges and yellows, maybe a little bit of red. So those are going to be your warm colors as we've talked about. Warm colors remind us of fire. So that's going to be your red, orange, yellow, pinks are going to be warm colors. So I want you to do that within the pumpkin and maybe your title as well. And then the background we will do in cool colors. And as I've talked about, cool colors, we think of the ocean. So blue, green, purples are going to be your cool colors. So I'm just going to begin by coloring, and I am going to think about going maybe to my lighter colors like my yellow, like on the inside of these ovals. Adding kind of a highlight on that part of my pumpkin in those half ovals or ovals. And then just kind of going from maybe a yellow orange to more of an orange to a red orange as I move out of my pumpkin. And thinking about trying to kind of blend those colors nicely together. Think about craftsmanship as you are coloring. Okay, you are in 5th grade, not kindergarten here, so I do want to see that level of coloring. I know it's been a while since we've used crayons, but I want to see you really take your time and show me what you guys can do. Okay, so I finished coloring. I used the warm colors on my pumpkin and my lettering, and then the cool colors in the background. When you are doing this, remember, I don't expect yours to look exactly like mine. In fact, I encourage you to use your creativity here. Okay, I want to see a really awesome pumpkin face when I get back. Some really awesome lettering. If you don't want to write Happy Halloween and you have some other really awesome and fun Halloween title you want to add to your pumpkin, if you want to name your pumpkin, go ahead and do that. I am really excited to see what you guys come up with when I get back.